Welcome. In this video I will provide an overview on how to set up the equipment necessary to do an Illuminate webinar. Let's have a look at the equipment that we need. First of all, there are the two microphone stands. These are the two stand poles which you simply screw into the bases. We then have two arms which the microphones are then connected to. So you just need to screw these in on top of the stand pole. Just be careful not to cross thread it. And there we are. And then we put the other one in. And there it is. Now these two microphone stands hold these really good condenser microphones. These are very sensitive microphones, and you need to put these into the room in order to record the participants if they have questions. They have a front and a back. You'll see that it's written there, back. You place that facing away from where you're wanting to record, because these are sensitive in such a way that they record in a cardioid fashion, having much more attenuation from the rear of the microphone. So you place the microphone here, and again you just rotate it around in this fashion until it's secure in the little holder. Be careful not to cross thread it again, and once again I'd make sure the back where it's indicated on the microphone is pointing this way, and then just tighten this little ring so your microphone is nicely aligned. We grab the other microphone from its little pouch, and once again just slowly rotate it without being cautious not to cross thread it. And when you're about close, you can just sort of align it so the back is facing you, and just tighten the little ring so that the microphone is nice and secure. Okay, the other thing you'll need is there are two leads. These are nice long leads, so they'll be able to reach out into your table. So first of all, you need to be able to just plug these in, and you just simply make sure that the right end is connected. So let's just have a look here, and this is it. And just rotate it around until it's aligned. Push it up until you hear a nice click, nice firm click, so that it is located into the microphone. Do the same with the other one. You'll notice that is a female end and there's a male end on the microphone, so just line these up, nice click, and once again you're in. Now here we go. The other microphone that we're going to be using for this session is the microphone that is used for the presenter, and this is the lapel microphone, and that's in this little pouch here. You'll notice that it's this sort of long cylinder, and it's connected to this little lapel mic which you can attach to your shirt or dress or whatever. Now these are battery powered, so you need to unscrew the barrel, just being like this, and place the AA battery inside the barrel with the positive and negative aligned as indicated. Again, just push this up and just screw this together, just making sure again that you're not cross-threaded. Okay? So now we're pretty much ready to do the final bit with the actual mixer here. So let's have a look at that now. Okay, let's finish off with the final part of the setup, and that involves this mixer. This is a 2-channel mixer, and on the front of the mixer you'll see that there are 2 knobs. These are for the levels of the 2 channels. The more you turn this, the more gain you'll have on the microphone. And we'll have a look at that operation in a moment. This is a volume control, and this is where you will connect the speakers, that analog speakers that you will use so the people in the room can hear the participants at the other end. This adjusts the level, and if you get feedback during the session because you've got the audio coming from Illuminate feeding back through your microphones, this is where you need to adjust this so that there's less audio or volume coming out of the speakers, but you can also tweak this a little bit here down if you've got too much gain. That's something you'll need to adjust in situ. on the rear of this mixer, we have the inputs that we'll use for the microphones. So let's have a look at the microphones that we set up earlier. You'll remember these two condenser mics. We plug one microphone into here, and we plug our other microphone into here. Now that is basically enabling us to have the microphones connected to this mixer. The other microphone that we're going to be using is the lapel mic for the presenter. Now this is an interesting one. We have a special attachment here, and that is this. On this barrel we have this lead, and it goes from what's called XLR down to 3.5mm. So let's plug this in. We've just got to get it aligned properly. Click it in so you get a nice click. And then on the back of this mixer you will see that there is an input called stereo mic. Okay? You plug this into here, into the stereo mic jack. Okay? Now, the other thing we need to do on the rear of this is the USB cable. So, this is the grey USB cable. We plug this into the mixer. And once we've got all those things, we can turn the mixer around and just make sure it's a bit neater than I've got it here, because it's a bit of a mess. Get it nice and neat. First thing we need to do now is connect the USB cable into the computer, because that's what's going to power the whole thing, and that's how we're going to take the audio from these and have it fed into the computer. Now there's one other button that you'll need to push, and you'll notice here it says phantom power. You need to press that on. Okay, that will you'll know it's working because the red light comes on. What that's doing is providing power through these cables to power these microphones. So that needs to be on as well. So once you've got your lapel mic there, you can attach this to your to yourself to do your presentation. Now you will notice that there's the two dials here. If we turn this up, generally it's around about mid-range, just a little bit over. It's about normal. And if I tap these microphones in the front, you'll notice this little green light is coming on. That's indicating to me that these microphones are operational. There are two lights here. One is green and one is red. You really don't want that red light to be coming on. That represents clipping and distortion. So actually you just need to adjust this so that you know, when people are talking naturally, you're getting a nice green light there. Pretty much now you're ready to hop into Illuminate and to actually begin some audio testing. But of course, do remember that you'll need to connect your analog speakers into the headphone jack here. You can't use USB speakers, they have to be analog, because although this is digital, the output here for your speakers is going to be analog. Remember, this becomes a replacement for your computer sound card. So when you're using the computer in the Mac, it's not a bad idea to go into sound settings and make sure the M audio mixer is the device that's being used for the microphone and for the speakers. And likewise, when you're in Illuminate, you need to ensure that the microphone source is the M audio device. Because you've installed the drivers, that will appear as an option for you. So I think that pretty much covers the overview of setting up the hardware.